Let's do it.
You see anybody out there? I don't know. All right, welcome
know.
all to the Hit or Miss. I'm your host, Night Strike, and I've got one panelist this evening. Everyone knows him, everyone loves him or hates him. He's the tabletop reviewer extraordinaire, Travis P. Love.
Hey, speaking of hate, from that New York Outcast poll, the majority of the people wanted to see me get consumed by zombies, or they simply didn't know who I was. So I don't know. I don't know anymore. Maybe I need to do more videos. I don't know.
Admit it. You love the attention.
What attention? No, seriously. No, but I appreciate the invite, man. Thank you very much. Just check out my channel, Travis P11. And I am actually doing a movie gun build. It's an actual functional firearm using actual functional components on it. And I'm over on my Patreon. I'm posting the pics of the parts as they arrive in the mail. And it's cool, man. I'm pretty excited for it, and I can't wait to pick up the firearm. So I'll be revealing that at some point once I've got all the components for it, and we'll see if anybody can figure out what the gun is. So it's pretty cool, man.
It's an AK.
No, it's not. Nope.
Darn.
You have to go back and watch. If you want to know, you got to go watch. Got to go back and watch Sandhill Media's interview with, was it Larry Zanoff? I think the guy from the Hollywood Gun Studios. I had made a few comments on that video about how they had created some firearms that was going to be very expensive for me because I wanted to make those same guns. And I told Larry, I said, I'll be sending him the bill because it's because of them, because they're the ones that actually, made those guns that I'm going to be spending money to pick one up. So, yeah.
Cosine Arms 1911.
No. This is from a movie. It's from a fairly popular movie.
Oh, all right.
Not that the Cosine wouldn't be in a movie, but that's still a fairly new company, so I don't know if they've been featured one yet. Defense Dad, you're not allowed to say what it is.
No, do it.
He can't. No, we've already talked about this. I don't want to ruin it.
All right,
I'm kind of keeping it fun for my patrons. So
we got Defense Dad in here as we're starting up. So he got here right at last minute. So introduce yourself.
I'm Defense Dad. Are we live?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Defense Dad. That's about it.
Okay. All right. He does stuff on YouTube occasionally.
Yeah.
Check out his channel. It's sweet.
Yeah. So, what's going on, guys? Anything interesting going on with you guys? Besides that,
it's nice and cool out now, so I'm enjoying my range time more now that I'm not getting eaten by mosquitoes and gnats, and I love the fall, man. I absolutely love the fall.
Did you see Roll Call 219's Instagram post the other day? He
finally
got one.
Dude, he's been picking off Bambi left and right, dude. I'm pretty excited for him. That's awesome.
He finally got one. So
yeah.
I won't spoil it here. Well, I will a little bit, but I got him something, and I'm gonna send it to him probably in the next day or so. But it's a little a tin sign that says that I got from Tractor Supply that it relates to hunting, and he'll like it.
They got some pretty cool hunting signs in that store. They got some neat ones there, and then like some old firearms. They have like some vintage reproduction signs that they sell and stuff too.
Yeah. I got awesome. One of those. I got a small one. I'm gonna send it to him.
Yeah.
So
sweet.
I'll tell him tomorrow. But if he's listening tonight, he'll know.
I don't know, man. We'll see. He might be out there listening. It's hard telling with roll call.
Yeah. Or he might just pop in and ask, "What do you get? What do you get? What do you get?" You never know with roll call.
This is true, man.
So we've been having a while last 2 weeks, haven't we?
So much drama in the gun community.
There's so much drama in the gun world, and so much drama in just the United States in general.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't know.
When it's not guns, it's something else that triggers somebody relating to guns. It's just like, wow. Facebook with the whole meta crap. What else was it? That one topic we're going to talk about tonight. We're not going to go over that just yet. But what else? What else? The whole Brandon thing, that was hilarious.
Yeah. It's just showing up on everything, bumper stickers and T-shirts and hats and blowers.
Never Enough Ammo went over this, but I want to go over this just again because Did you hear about that leftist liberal that went and handed out face masks and told kids that
Oh,
they shouldn't be out trick or treating? By
on
the way,
Halloween.
there's an update. His garage got plastered with eggs, and his garage door was written in ketchup saying "Let's go, Brandon."
Oh my God. Well, I mean, at least they use biodegradable products. I guess that's probably the most important.
Because he had a
thing.
note,
But
just handed out face masks saying,
yeah,
you shouldn't be out trick or treating because there's a pandemic going on.
yeah.
I've had to explain the "Let's Go Brandon" thing both to my
Yeah.
daughter this week and to my two coworkers because they don't keep their eye on. They had no idea what it meant. They were like, "What is this "Let's Go Brandon" means?" Everything everyone's doing. I had to explain to them.
Used to be like, "What's what you say when somebody's your friend?"
And yes, I know I'm a little echoey. I can't do anything about it, so just deal with it.
Dude, you hear fine. You sound fine on my end.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I know some people have mentioned it, but I can't fix it. It sounds fine on my end, so
Yeah,
I was just letting you know, man. Sorry.
yeah, no, I get it. I've heard it before. We got some comments out there. NY Outcast is saying hello, gentlemen. Dead Horse is saying make sure to thumbs up and subscribe, peoples. Thank you, Dead Horse. New York Outcast says if people would just admit 9mm is king, the issue would be over. No. 45 ACP is king. 9mm is like metal injection molded Kimbers.
Wait a second, gentlemen. What the hell show is he watching?
You're funny.
10 million for life, baby. 10 million for life.
Funny looking, especially in the mirror.
Nice, Rick. Real quick, a message for New York Outcasts. I have discovered that you can balance a Setney C308 on the rnldisplays.com display. It actually will hold the weight of it. I'll have that on Saturday's episode of Caliber Corner.
Oh, good.
It actually fits. It just balances perfectly on there. So, yeah.
I can't wait to see that. I'll have to do a video myself.
Yeah.
Snake Doctor 78 says hello, guys. Technically he says hey, guys, but hello, hey, same thing. Dead Horse says I've officially changed it from "Let's Go Brandon" to just go Brandon, and contact your representatives and demand a cognitive assessment for test for Biden. Yes, exactly. Snake Doctor 78 says let's go AR-15. Anyone order one? I am in the process.
I'm on the fence. I'm trying to decide what upper I want to order.
Yeah. Snake Doctor 78 says you sound great on the YouTube end. Thank you, Snake Doctor 78. Thank you. Dead Horse says Biden has all the signs of advanced Alzheimer's and dementia. Yes, Dead Horse, we know. We understand and agree completely, but unfortunately, we're stuck with the guy.
Was it a joke I saw today, or did he actually poop himself?
I heard he pooped himself, and I'm like, well, then that's two politicians I know that have done that on live TV. The one before him was Nadler earlier this year.
The thing is, though, when you get that age, you've earned the right to just poop yourself. I mean, when you think about it, when you've lived on this earth that long, and you just cough or sneeze, and I mean, you know what, man, it just happens. It's going to happen to all of us. So yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get a wet one.
I mean, I would accept it if we had. I mean, any president that poops himself. I mean, anybody can do that. I mean, really, I've had a couple of close calls myself. And I'm 44 years old. So
hell, I did it last week.
See, there you go. Defense Dad does it. Pooping your pants is the coolest.
Poop the pants.
Yeah, you ain't cool that you poop your pants.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
It's from Billy Madison. It's from Billy
I
Madison.
haven't been on here in a while, man. I had to take it off the rails real quick.
There you go.
That would suggest we were ever on the rails in the first place.
That's true.
No,
I just did 45 minutes in dry fire and I got winded.
Wow. You may need help.
I have a sinus cold. And it's 45 minutes straight of every 3 seconds drawing from a holster.
Jeez, dude. Man, good for you. Heck yeah.
I finally got all the parts to the system, so I got to do the review on it. So
yeah. All right. We got another mention out there. NY Outcast says no. You need a display that's on sale for the AR before another AR. Duh. Yeah. And you can only get them at this website that I'm linking out here in the chat.
Remember, guys, rnldisplays.com is the refined way to display your AR-15.
You can only find them at rnldisplays.com. So
think of it as the finer furniture for your favorite rifle.
So there's that. There's my obligatory plug. All right, so we got some topics to talk about tonight. They're interesting to say the least. But the first one, okay, a lot of these are coming from Baron Arms tonight because the truth about guns, just it's all over the place tonight. So apparently there was a gun sense candidate in obviously an anti-gunner in Virginia that's in hot water after opponent signs were vandalized. So, Virginia delegate Chris Hurst is one of the gun control lobby's favorite politicians in the state. Every town for gun safety cheered when their endorsed and funded a candidate won election to the House of Delegates in 2017 after a campaign that largely focused on the murder of his girlfriend, Allison Parker, on live television in 2015 and his desire to impose new gun control laws in the state. Wow. Oddly, though, every town for gun safety hasn't been nearly as vocal in its support of Hurst in his re-election campaign this year. Maybe it's because Hurst was pulled over on suspicion of drunk driving in early 2020 and only managed to avoid arrest thanks to a very helpful police officer who chose to let a passenger drive him home despite Hurst blowing a .085 on a blood alcohol test. Hurst managed to avoid prosecution, at least according to local media reports, but apparently sometime between January 2020 and November of this year, Hurst's license was suspended for some reason. At least that's what the Radford, Virginia police say they discovered when they initiated a traffic stop on Hurst Monday, last night, after reports that he and his passenger were vandalizing campaign signs that belong to his opponent. So listen to this. This is from the Radford County, law enforcement. Hurst was pulled over after a Radford City Sheriff deputy saw a woman turning over and messing with campaign signs at the Radford Recreational Center and an election polling precinct. The deputy then saw the woman get in the car. When the deputy did a traffic stop and requested assistance from a Radford police officer, the driver of the car was identified as Hurst. The woman's name has not been released. The Radford police officer took a statement from the deputy and confirmed damage to several political signs. Virginia State Police have taken over the investigation at the request of Radford Police. Jason Ballard, running as a Republican for the same seat Hurst holds, issued a statement. I am deeply disappointed in that Chris Hurst has decided to end his campaign in such a reckless way. His latest misstep is yet another reason why he doesn't deserve another term as delegate. I, on the other hand, will remain laser focused on the issues that matter most to the people of the 12th District. I will always strive to set a good and positive example for my children and the fine people of New River Valley. I guess that's the area of Virginia he's running for. And, if Hurst had been busted a week before Election Day instead of the night before the polls opened, that would have had a significant impact on his race. Given the timing, however, and it's anyone's guess, is most voters will have already filled out their ballot before learning of Hurst's indefensible actions. Still, we wouldn't be surprised if Hurst's bid for a third term as a delegate doesn't work out like he and his allies in the gun control lobby are hoping. The college towns of Blacksburg and Radford are both in Hurst's district, but there are also a lot of rural voters to account for. In 2020, Montgomery County, the most populous part of Hurst's district, went for Biden over Trump, 51-46, which I really doubt those numbers, but again, that's what they say. Those are what the numbers say. Do I doubt it? Yes, but hey, that's how it goes. Always doubt. But Trump cleaned up in Giles County, winning 75% of the vote. With Republican voter enthusiasm reported to be much higher than that of Democrats, Hearst's career in the House of Delegates is definitely in danger, and stupid stunts like this won't help, even if it happened too late to do him much harm. That's the end of the article. But again, I thought it was illegal to deface an opponent's political signs before an election. Is it not?
I don't know. There's special laws for that, or do they go beyond just vandalism and destruction of property?
It's probably just normal vandalism again,
Yeah.
right? But still,
It's dirty, man.
the fact that Democrats are sinking to that level these days, it's pretty bad.
And that surprises you. Why?
Well, they always try and pass themselves off with a set of decorum, and that's the least lacking in decorum that I've ever seen.
Uh-huh.
I've never heard of this stuff happen.
Yeah, pull the other one that plays Jingle Bells. They're politicians, man.
Oh, I know. It's the only difference is the letter in front of their name. I understand that, but again, I've never seen this happening, or I've ever heard of it happening before. The fact that it's happening now, I'm kind of speechless on that.
My opinion, the closest you're ever going to get to an honest politician is one that's okay being a one-term politician.
I mean, well, let me ask you this: would you ever consider voting for running for local office?
Me? No.
Why not?
Well, there's things I did in my past that I probably wouldn't get.
There's things we all do in our past. But
we didn't have any YouTube back then. We got nothing to worry about.
Yeah. But there's no YouTube in my past, so it's all hearsay.
Just being honest, man.
I guess I don't know.
Honestly,
I don't argue very good in terms of political issues and things like that. I
don't like arguing with people.
debate.
I'd rather go out and do something, and that's the problem. Why, if I do go for if I ever do run for office, I probably won't run for anything more than probably like city council or something, just because of the factor that that's like the least argumentative position you can go for.
Yeah. Still like to see maybe more conservative individuals on school boards, kind of balance out the opinion a little bit when it comes to certain issues.
Right. So, but they're talking about AR-15s out in the YouTube chat. We talked about it before when we were starting. Why don't we get into this next topic here? Apparently, by now, everybody's heard what happened. That an NBC Karen has been triggered by the PSA AR-15. Let's go, Brandon, stripped lower.
Really?
Yes. This is great. Listen to this. The greatest service that social media has done for humanity is to let neutral, nonpartisan experts and journalists expose themselves through their own unforced statements and behavior. It's like a Borat gotcha trap that they set for themselves. NBC's Ken Delanian exhibited such unforced behavior Monday in an article titled "Gun Dealers Sell Parts, Ammo Using Anti-Biden Meme. Let's Go Brandon." Oh, it gets worse. Let's listen to this. He's saying this. The phrase "Let's Go Brandon" has become right-wing code for profanity directed at the president. It arose from a crowd chant at the NASCAR racetrack in Talladega, Alabama. Gun dealers are marketing weapon parts and ammunition using a right-wing slogan widely understood as code for profanity directed at President Joe Biden, which, by the way, is covered underneath your First Amendment rights. You are more than okay, and you are more than your right to say screw Joe Biden, F Joe Biden, any expletive blank Joe Biden. You are allowed to do that. That is not covered under your First Amendment rights. You're voicing your opinion, your dissatisfaction over the president. That's not that you're not saying harm against him, or you're saying I don't like him, and that is within your rights. And the other side has done a hell of a lot worse with President Trump.
I was just gonna say, how many of those people probably openly on social media and everything did the hashtag not my president, all the other stuff bad about Trump and everything, and yet now it's because it's
that other side had even gone so far as to make either dolls or dummies that look like Trump and executed them in rallies.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Did that lady happen to call the Secret Service when the Kathy Lee Giffords or whatever said head of Trump picture came out? Did she call the FBI reporting that as a threat to the president?
Yeah.
Probably not.
No. But in a normal world, we would be laughing off an insult directed at the current occupant of the White House. Again, SNL makes fun of the president all the time. It doesn't matter who's president. Sometimes it's funnier than others. We get that. Though SNL has been more leftist these days than right, but the point is they're always making fun of the president. It's what they're known for the last 40 years. Right, Travis?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, as long as I can remember it, they've made fun of every single president since. I haven't really watched. It's weird. I got weird phases with SNL. I don't really remember watching it much. Like, I don't remember seeing Clinton parodies much on SNL, and I don't know what they do now because I don't watch it now. So I don't know if they make fun of Biden. Now I've seen some of their Trump skits or whatever, but I really don't know how they portray, the liberal presidents, the Democratic presidents.
Wait, you don't remember the Clinton parodies with the Monica Lewinsky scandal and all that stuff?
I know all that stuff was going on, but I honestly I don't remember watching those particular skits. I did watch it, during the Adam Sandler phase and all those guys and stuff, but no, I don't remember their skits for that. No.
So
gotcha.
So yeah, Delanian's pearl clutching and scary right wing phraseology here is a little weird, given that he doesn't seem to have said anything about comedian Kathy Griffin's unfunny bloody Trump head art that we just discussed a second ago. Okay. A Palmetto State Armory, which operates a 12,000 square foot gun store in Columbia, which they've got more all over the state because there are de facto, Cabela's and Bass Pro here in South Carolina. Just FYI. The state capital is marketing a Let's Go 15 stripped lower receiver, which is a part meant for an AR-15 style rifle. Delanian's readership likely doesn't know what a stripped lower receiver is, which explains his description that it is a part meant for an AR-15. Article then proceeds to insert a website comment from an unknown user named Theodore, which says, "Love how PSA is in touch with the current Let's Go Brandon situation," says one of the comments below the product description. More than half of America and other parts of the world are chanting, "The current administration is destroying our country," which that's a one person's opinion. Now, again, do I think that they're destroying our country? I think that may be an over exaggeration, just a little bit. Are they contributing anything to the country? Not really, but I don't think they're outright destroying it yet. But give them time. We still got 3 years left. So, Delanian reached out to PSA for a comment, but didn't get a response. Gee, I wonder why. But here's the kicker: Delanian somehow construed this obvious PSA jab as violent enough to reach out to the U.S. Secret Service for comment. A spokesman for the U.S. Secret Service, which investigates threats against the president, declined to comment because the dude's crazy. And then he posted that again on Twitter, saying, "I called the Secret Service about this. They had no comment." Well, obviously, because, the Secret Service doesn't go after people for First Amendment rights. They only go after people that try to make an attempt on the president's life. Or am I wrong, guys?
I'd say you pretty much hit the nail right on the head.
Right. You know, and yes, defense that I know the lower is affordable. If you look right now, they're taking pre-orders for lowers right now because all the ones they had in stock or they got out of stock, so they're making another run.
Yeah.
That's the funny part. So, but I'm gonna probably order one. If anybody else wants to know what's the link, just email me and I'll send you a link to where they are, or just go to PSA's website. They've got it literally on the front page. Go over there and buy one if you guys want one. I mean, because let's be honest, it's hilarious, and it might be something funny to show your kids or show your friends.
There you go.
So I'm gonna get it and I'm gonna build a proper rifle out of it, and it's gonna be hilarious. No. When a user and this is from Twitter, okay. When a user mocked Delaney's behavior, which is clearly that of an activist, not a reporter's, he doubled down about how this could be construed as a security threat. I called to ask Secret Service whether they consider F. Joe Biden emblazoned on an assault rifle to represent a security threat to the president, which I think is a reasonable question. And the guy responded, that there was mocking him, says, "You called the Secret Service about a meme?"
Oh man.
Yeah. Delaney also reported on how some companies are selling magazines with the same funny phrase.
Oh God.
Well, it's the First Amendment. Period. At least two other firms in other states, Copal Precision and My Southern Tactical, are advertising an AR-15 magazine for sale with a "Let's Go Brandon" sticker. The companies did not immediately respond to requests for comment. Gee, I wonder why. You're anti-gun and you're trying to take all this stuff down. You're trying to clearly, take away someone's right to commerce. So yeah, they're not going to talk to you. Clearly, Delanian is new to this game, or he would not have heard of the Nobo 12 receiver from PSA during the 2000 election cycle, which featured hope, safe, change, fire, selector markings. There are different ways people in this country express their disdain of presidents who they see as dire threats to their freedom. Which, hey, I felt that before too. So those in the movie business make movies expressing their sentiments, such as Death of a President, which was about the assassination of George W. Bush. Obama was on the receiving end of anger, some of it motivated by racism, which I don't think so. During the past 4 years, in addition to Kathy Griffin's antics, Robert De Niro delivered a stereotypical rant at the Tony Awards. Madonna talked about blowing up the White House the day after Trump's inauguration, while ordinary people in the streets exhibited their anger with plain old F Trump signs and pussy hats. Gun world reacts in its own way, in this instance with gun parts. The difference is that a media activist who calls himself a journalist got triggered by what PSA did and made a story about it, and in the process, a joke of his own reputation. And then he got made fun of by the people who like the memes on Twitter. So I just figured I'd go over it because I thought it was hilarious. Because it really is. So we got some comments out there. So first up, Daniel saying, at Night Strike, when are you running for governor? I am not right now. I'm not running for any office yet. Eventually, maybe I might run for office when I get settled in. But right now, I'm not running for any office. So we got this. Got a $2 super chat from Daniel saying, can you confirm hashtag Biden pooped his pants? Guys, can we confirm it?
I don't know. That's why I was asking you if it was just a joke or if it was true.
I don't know. We cannot confirm. We have hearsay right now. We cannot confirm. We did not see the pants in question.
I wonder if Alexa knows.
But it is implied.
Okay, I'm looking it up over on Snopes. We'll see what Snopes.com says here.
Yeah. So we got another super chat from Daniel saying, Was Night Strike some way involved in hashtag Poopgate? No, I was not. I was on the fence. I had nothing to do with it whatsoever. I was just watching from the sidelines. So, there we go. So, and MCK was saying, so we should hold up fake severed heads, but not use words on lowers. Yeah, that's apparently what they're saying. Yeah, and yeah, Defense Dad is out there saying I can't decide if I'd rather have the lower or the magazines. Defense Dad, let me put it this way for you. Get one of the magazines and then build the rifle and put the magazine in the rifle.
Right.
That way you would have a Brandon 15 build.
It's true. I don't know. Kind of torn. Do I really want to spend money have something related to Biden on a rifle I'm going to keep, though?
I'd keep it just for a joke. Just for the joke.
I don't know. Those select fire settings on that lower are pretty much priceless, so.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And one of our correspondents from the Northeast, John Z, that's out there saying he's corroborating the story, saying Biden did indeed poop his pants. You know it's true because they made a meme of it. This does have validity. Armament Access is out there saying at Night Strike is a young dork. Well, then that makes you an old dork.
Exactly. Yep.
So
set yourself up for that one, bro.
we got another super chat from Daniel saying, I'm kind of proud of Joe for pooping on the Vatican. Yeah, well, you know,
what they say, when in Rome, you know.
When in Rome.
When in Rome.
But to quote Jurassic Park, hey, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
You know it.
Yeah, right? Wait, because he did it in the Vatican, does that make it holy shit?
Absolutely.
Probably.
Yep.
Or is that only when the Pope does it?
I think it's pretty much anybody that used the Pope's bathroom. I think that, that's probably just, a natural. It just kind of comes along with the territory. So.
Yep. John Z says better to be a young old dork than a Turk. Okay. Yeah, I can go with that. Yeah.
In my head now, I have a whole new parody of Baby Shark going.
What's the deal with the whole Baby Shark thing? Tell me about this whole shark thing.
I can tell you don't have kids. It's an annoying song for kids. Just get you a copyright strike if I sing it, but it's a really annoying song.
Okay. All right. Really annoying song. All right. There we go. All right. So moving on. I got good news. I got some good news. It's not great news, but it's good news. Apparently, October gun sales is the second highest on record.
Yay. Yeah. Hey, I contributed to that number.
So did I.
Did I? Yeah, I did.
So did I. I got the PSA dagger.
Yeah. Hey, all right, there you go. See, we both did. Both of us contributed to it. Defense said, did you contribute to Gun-October?
Gun-tober? No, Travis, Glocktober.
No, because he didn't buy Glock. I didn't buy Glock. You certainly didn't buy Glock. So.
I bought a Glock copy.
No,
yeah, exactly.
It's a little bit since well, if you count the Marlin, I did, yeah.
See, there you go. All of us were part of that goodness.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, Defense, we'll count your number on there because I don't know if you go through, what you did for transfer, but yeah.
I mean, I bought a $40 broken Marlin.
Hey,
still a gun.
It's still a gun.
It's a gun.
Yeah.
And now you know.
John Z is asking, anyone here going to Tulsa this round? Not this year. Maybe next year, maybe, but I don't think so.
I was going to, and then I did a Hollywood gun build, and that pretty much ate up the cash that I had on standby for a Tulsa trip. So
is that when you shoot the director and the photography director?
No.
Okay.
This is my gun build off of one of my favorite movies, and I
just asking for a friend that might be going through something similar right now.
I could probably do. Let's see, Tulsa. The other Tulsa's in April, right?
April, yeah.
Yeah, I might be willing to. I mean, I can definitely do an April one, but it's just not going to happen right now. Not in 2 weeks. Because I seriously was thinking about going because it's only about 5 hours from where I live,
Right.
and it wouldn't have been super expensive just to get a hotel room for the night and just go that day. And I was actually going to go look for the firearm that I ended up buying online, because I was going to see if I could just pick one up down there, but I decided not to mess with it because the price that I got online was awesome. I mean, it was about $400 under MSRP. So pretty happy about that.
Right. So yeah, the number of firearms flying off the store shelf right now have been slowed a bit compared to blistering pace set back in the summer of 2020. But gun sales are still well above their historical averages, according to the National Shooting Sports Foundation. The Firearm Industry Trade Group has released its adjusted NICS figures for the month of October, and they're pretty eye-popping. So listen to this. According to the NSSF, there were 1.4 million guns sold at retail last month, which is the exact number is 427,264 total. Okay, so 1.4, but again, we got that extra 27,264.
There's population that has always been against having guns. They're told they shouldn't have it. That have caught in the bug, and they're buying them. So
well, there's also the people that are scared right now because there's been this movement to defund the police, and we have police law enforcement retiring or just end up resigning left and right all over the country.
Right.
And with less law enforcement, what do you do when someone tries to break into your house?
Right, but it's people are now feeling empowered that hey, it's not an evil thing to own a gun, and they're getting into 2A, so that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I think it's a lot of factors though. Defense said, I don't doubt what you're saying. I think it's Strike and I had talked about this before you showed up. Availability ammo has a little bit to do with it now too.
It's that. I think it's also the factor that people want to defend themselves because they realize that when seconds count, the cops are minutes and sometimes hours away now because of they've been defunded and they don't have as many people
resources available. Yeah,
and resources. Yeah.
Yep.
So
then also the other part too, I think a lot of us maybe had been waiting to buy guns. Those of us that just are normal gun buyers until maybe prices settled back down and inventory showed back up. So
Warsaw, stop playing with whatever it is you're playing with.
It's brass.
Let's stop playing with your brass.
It's my brass, you ass.
Warsaw is making it rain.
Make it rain somewhere else.
Make it rain brass.
I'm storing it. Give me a sec.
He's got to make us all jealous with his brass. So,
Warsaw, did you contribute to the October gun sales also like we did?
Just hopped in. I'm not familiar with that.
No. All right. So you didn't buy a gun in October. Okay.
No guns in October. No guns in red October, I guess. Okay.
No.
All right.
The highest total, of course, came in last year when more than 1.7 million guns were sold. Okay. Last month's figures are an almost 20% decline compared to last year. But 1.4 million sales absolutely dwarf the October numbers of 2019 and 2018, which is an indication that Americans are still turning to self-defense as violent crime and homicide rates spiral upwards from Portland to Philadelphia. Well, I won't argue. The numbers have got higher, but they've still not done anything for Chicago. But again, it's Chicago.
The Chicago police are actually rebelling against the Lightfoot and the corrupt system.
We'll see how that lasts.
They already won. They actually made a landmark on against the mandate. Where the state and the city have to require you to actually have to be vaccinated in order to be working as a law enforcement.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either. I do not agree with that either. Either be vaccinated or don't, but don't force people to be vaccinated because you know what happens when somebody who has antibodies is given a vaccination?
They make more antibodies.
Well, here's the thing.
Not always. In some cases, it may add antibodies. You know what happens in other cases?
That can maybe make the system turn on itself.
In other cases, people get sick and die.
Yeah.
Oh, here's something I want to add. Besides just the mandate, the Chicago police are getting really fed up with the catch and release system, where people are releasing criminals out there nonstop after they've been
Stack
arrested.
the charges or hold them longer than a day.
There's a name that's out there in Chicago. Her name's Kim Fox. That's the woman that's been doing this.
Well, did you see the crap about the mayor of New York saying that the 9,000 people that got put on leave didn't affect any of the municipalities?
Yeah, I call bullshit on that.
Like they didn't skip a beat. You have 9,000 employees that can't. Yeah.
Did you hear the new New York governor is continuing the gun emergency epidemic that Cuomo started? So she's pretty much not any different than the last guy. You know,
it's so she stays in power.
So you know, it's just the gender's changed. That's it. You know, it's just like, you know, no matter what color you choose, it all tastes the same.
Now, besides Chicago, did you hear about the state governor of Illinois?
Yeah, I heard something went on in Illinois. What happened? Clue us in, Warsaw.
I just came across wind of it on the news. Apparently, in the state of Illinois, the governor, J.B. Pritzker, is getting a lot of heat now by admin, because admin's actually going down his neck for all the failures in Chicago. So he's worried about losing his job, believe it or not.
Well, that's his fault.
You know, he's preaching more gun control, but that's not going to do anything.
No. Yeah, no, I don't see it doing anything either.
I'm just enjoying the moment where people are losing their positions soon.
Yeah. So, moving on with this you know, gun sales thing. The National Shooting Sports Foundation, Mark Oliva, says sales do typically rise in October as both the hunting and holiday shopping season approach. The annual total so far of nearly 15.2 million background checks is putting 2021 on the path to being the second strongest year on record. It's currently behind only the record-shattering 21 million background checks witnessed in 2020 and the 15.7 million background checks conducted during 2016. The continued sustained pace of background checks for the sale of a firearm that is climbing in the closing months of 2021 shows the resiliency of the firearm manufacturers to meet this sustained high-level demand and the personal interest by the American public to participate in the exercise of their God-given Second Amendment rights. Which, I'm glad. I'm glad people are going out and buying guns, whether it's new people or existing people. They'll go out and buy a gun, learn how to use it properly, safely, obviously, and enjoy it, or get it to defend yourself, defend your kids, defend your family. I don't mind if that's why you get it either. Just as long as you know how to properly handle it safely. That's it. That's all anyone cares about. Whether you handle it safely, and whether you use it for sports, or whether you use it for personal defense or home defense, it doesn't matter. The fact that you got out, you got one, and you exercised your Second Amendment right, that's what it's about. It's not about the purpose, it's about having it. Right?
Well, and it's helping other businesses too. So you got all these shooting clubs or shooting ranges that were kind of struggling for a little bit. And now with this new resurgence of gun owners going out, and the ranges are back full, they're making money, they're getting more membership.
We got another $2 super chat from Daniel.
Hey,
he's saying, I heard it's scaring the crap out of some people. Yeah, I see that. I see what you said there.
Hey, Nitrick, can I mention something?
What's going
on? Did you see Robski's recent video on the AKOU?
No, I didn't. I can't keep up with everybody's videos. I've told you this before. I can't watch everyone's.
The reason why I asked is because Robski was mentioning how far the Second Amendment has actually been eroded, and he actually means about as far as the market as well. So remember back in 2014, we had the Sega ban and the Vepr as well. Then it led to the ammunition ban, and it leads to a whole range of other markets. Like say they could shut down the Zastava factory, they could shut down the Wasser factory. And besides that, he was actually mentioning something to the point that he actually on the mindset I actually agree with. Was it stopping them from actually banning AR-15s and AKs that are actually in, like say American-made AKs? Like say that, what would happen if they actually did try to pass that?
I don't know, but
Because
that would be like trying to ban AR-15s.
Well, the reason why there's American-made AKs because we can't get stuff coming off overseas. Like say you wanted a commercial AK from say Russia.
You want a Saiga.
Yeah, you can't get that here, so we got to make it here in the States.
Yeah.
But he's right. Like, what's stopping them from Congress from passing a law from the next step from actually banning ammunition, which they already did, by the way, the Russian ammo ban.
Yeah.
Now, it's the step is where they're trying to ban it here in the States.
What's stopping them? It's the same thing that's stopping them from trying to get rid of everything.
Yep.
It's called the Second Amendment. It's what we have compared to what Canada has. And you remember I did that Canada episode not long ago.
Yep.
And you remember what happened there, which I had a chat with him just earlier today, because apparently the new gun control initiative that they're trying to put in place in Canada is actually making the government go broke. The gun control initiative that Trudeau is putting in place to take away everybody's firearms is bankrupting the Canadian government. Figure that one out before they even start confiscating people's guns.
And here, just to make the point, how Canadian gun rights lost their rights. It was actually we didn't have protections like we have in the States. They have no rights.
And that's what I was getting to. The reason why they can't just ban stuff outright is because of the Second Amendment, and it's one of the founding documents of it's the cornerstone of our government. Whereas in Canada, they don't have it written in their founding document. So it's not so their founding document is nice. It's not the cornerstone of their government like it is ours.
Mm-hmm.
To them, it's just a nice piece of paper.
Yep.
And that's what I was getting at.
Yep. Like I said, though, it's one thing after another. Like, when is going to be the point where, if say they wanted to ban anything overseas, it's going to be shipped to here in the States that we rely on, though.
Oh, and Leo Red is out there saying Chicago is a failure. What?
It is a failure.
No, Leo. Chicago, the city itself, isn't a failure, but those running it are.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we were getting at. Okay, and you can't argue with me on that one because the people in charge of Chicago are failing. Period. You know this. You live this every day. Hell, you complain about it when we have chats. So, Big Gunner 81 is out there. What's up, Rick? And Rick is glad I left Illinois, and I'm glad you left too. But
who's sleeping? I heard someone yawning for a moment.
Defense Dad, are you okay?
Yelling?
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
No, yawning.
What?
Oh,
I heard somebody yawning.
I've been muted, so I don't.
No, I think
have any background noise coming in.
I'm having allergies. I'm having allergies, so be aware. I might.
Well, Defense Dad's got a bit of a cold, so he might be kind of breathing heavy, but yeah.
I was yawning. I had a cold.
Okay. Leo said I was being sarcastic. All right.
Jeez.
Rick says truth. Yeah. But by the way, though, I've seen some of the stuff Rick has been posting on Facebook and on social media lately, and Rick seems to be, Big Gunner 81. He seems to be enjoying himself out in the country now, because I've seen some of the stuff he's been playing with, and he's gotten a hold of some nice toys. When I say nice toys, I mean he's got a hold of some nice guns. So Rick, I am following you. I am making sure to keep tabs. I did mention something to you the other day because he took a picture of one of the rifles he was playing with, and there was a pig pen in the background, and I'm like, Rick, are you playing on the farm again? But anyways, but yeah. So let me finish up this article, and then we can just freestyle it. But more or less, things are the gun sales have skyrocketed. Granted, they're not like last year's levels when everybody was stuck at home and the police were getting defunded left and right. But I don't know. They're only 300,000 short of last year, which is not that much.
Now, how about the sales and ammunition? That's a question.
Well, it doesn't say too much about the ammunition other than there's a high demand for firearms, and and by that right, a high demand for ammunition for said firearms. But that does remind me. Did you see the other day that the CEO of Federal made another announcement?
What's that?
Saying, just the continued announcement that they are trying all their damnedest to get out ammunition as fast as possible. And the people asked them, why don't they just buy, build more facilities? And he said, we've bought 2 facilities, which they bought they brought one of Remington's facilities, and then they brought, what was it, heavy load facilities as well. So they own both of those manufacturing facilities now, and they're pumped, and they've got and as far as I know, as far as they've said in their statement, that both factories are running at full capacity.
Well, can I also add to that?
Go ahead, go for it. Just jump out.
Most of the supplies, like say all the brass, the primers, and the powder, guess where that's all coming from most of the time? It's coming overseas.
Yeah.
And those containers, by the way, on those ships that are out there on port and they can't be getting in.
Yeah.
Guess how much one of those containers is right now in the market? Just to get it unloaded and be shipped over here.
Was that $25,000 or something per container?
It was originally $7,000, and then it went to $30,000.
Oh my God.
For just one container.
So that's what the added cost is going to be for each one now once they're unloaded, when it's all said and done?
Correct.
Oh my gosh.
That's what's sitting out there at ports right now. So every one of those container multiplied by whatever's on the ship plus the costs, that's what you're getting at right now.
Yeah, right now the reason why the cost of ammo is so high is because they had to buy those facilities. They have to get all the components to load the ammunition, and again they have to pay people and whatnot. And unfortunately, ammo prices won't go down until either demand subsides or they can catch up with production.
I will say, and I can't speak for everywhere, at least ammo is back and readily available on the shelves. At least it is here.
Well, I'm not saying I can't find ammo. I can find 45 now, and I can find 9mm. I can find AK ammo, and when I can afford it, I can find 7.62 by 54R. So eventually, I'll have enough ammo that I'll be able to make a Mosin video.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like paying $20 or $22 for a box of ammo right now, but it's at least compared to 4 or 5 months ago. Like there's no limits. It's full, so people can get it. It sucks that it's that much more, but
yeah. So
I can't find locally is 30-30 right now.
Yeah. Let's see.
Now, I do have a question. What about the polymer case ammo? Is there a thing that should be increasingly coming in as a thing?
There's that Inceptor ammo. They're still in business and they're still making stuff, and it's the polymer copper hybrid bullet. But
are we talking brass substitute with the polymer metal hybrid, or are you guys talking the poly ammo
polymer case
bullet? Yeah, you're talking, because I remember seeing
the polymer copper
like that.
bullet. And basically, they were made by it was made by Ruger, and then it was then Inceptor bought the rights to it. It's that ARX stuff.
Yep.
I've got like 1,000 rounds of 9mm that I got from Garage Guns that I still got to do a video on, but I just haven't shot any of it yet because, well, I don't want to get rid of all my 9mm. That's about the majority of my 9mm right now. That aside from some ZQI I got years ago.
Yeah.
I've just had an ammo can for like years.
Well, I mean, I will say this on the 7.62 by 39 front, I'm starting to see a lot of, I don't know, we want to call it Eastern European countries that I'm seeing ammo showing up on the shelves now, brands I've never heard of before and stuff that's popping up for sale, which I'm sure it's fine. I mean, I've tested a couple different brands of it, and that's kind of helping to ease the prices a little bit. I'm able to get it now for, if you're talking non-Tula, non-Wolf, it's about $9 a box, $8 a box locally for 7.62 by 39.
Yeah.
Some of that's brass case and some of it is actually Boxer Prime. So yeah.
Oh, it's just.
Too bad we can't get the ammunition from was it Mexico or those Latin American countries?
Right. But the problem is a lot of those countries
They hate us.
not necessarily hate us. They're just yeah. That's all I'm gonna say.
Are you talking produced from their factories or stuff that was maybe exported to them years ago and that would just be sitting around in warehouses? Like what
I'm talking like stuff that the cartels were using and they probably locked up and they're not using it.
Rick, you were typing out a storm, man. Do you want to come in and start commenting, Rick? You are more than welcome to jump in and hang out. If you want to, whether it's on your phone or on your computer. We don't discriminate.
Yep. I mean, I heard Venezuela actually has a stock load of some 60 by 39 the Russians been giving them.
Yeah. Well, PSA is making a steel case ammo factory here in South Carolina.
Yeah, let's see how long it's going to be for producing it.
Rick, check your Facebook messages if you want to jump in.
Well, I did a little video on this, that the Norma website. It's interesting. I got a couple boxes of Norma 7.62 by 39. I got it for $7 a box direct from their website, and it's actually made in.
Yeah. Don't play John Wick 3 while we have this discussion, Rick.
See,
thank you.
It's made like in Lithuania or something. It's not actually. I thought it was going to come from Finland or Sweden or wherever Norma's based, but it's not.
Yeah.
Is it? No. Was it? Warsaw. You and I were having a conversation. Was it Lithuania or was it like Latvia that is part of a country with Poland?
That would be Lithuania, and you also got the Czech Republic. What's another one? Ukraine.
Yeah. So Travis's people were once part of a country with Poland.
Czech Republic.
Yeah.
It might have broke off at one point. Yeah.
Well, it was former Czechoslovakia, but now it's Czech Republic and Slovakia. Actually, Travis, you heard of Bold and Curious?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a New Yorker. He's actually from Czech Republic, believe it or not, and Slovakia.
Okay, I didn't know. I thought maybe he was maybe Russian. I wasn't sure because I've seen some of his videos before. Yeah.
No, he's Slovakian. He's a Slovakian, a former Slovakian.
Oh, we might be related.
And maybe.
Cool.
Now, Night Strike. Here's the thought.
I'm gonna go over some of what Rick was saying out there in the chat because, as I mentioned, I saw Pinks in the background and he says, he says it's weird to look down range the target when he shoots. He says he may get to kill his first pig when they are ready to be butchered because obviously you raise hog to or pigs to eventually eat them. And he goes, yeah, another reason why ammo prices won't come down anytime soon because he was just commenting on we were going on about how they bought factories. He says he's hoping he gets to build a house out there in the next couple of years so he can spend more time on the farm and be able to shoot in his backyard and enjoy the woods and the lake. And I support that. He says, I'm glad I stocked up on ammo when I did, but still never can have enough. No, you can't. What else? Main goal for him is just to replace what he shoots and maintain and use more of his reloads. Yeah.
I had a thought. I don't know if this would work or not. What's our relations with Africa?
They're iffy at best.
How about Colombia? No, not Colombia. Cambodia. Cambodia. What's their relation with us?
I don't know about that whole region. If we're on friendly terms with Vietnam,
Cambodia doesn't hate us too much, but they're not friendly with us too much because there's still some splash over from Vietnam.
I'm just trying to think of like some countries that might actually work with us. So that's what I'm trying to think. I know Israel might help us on that.
Well, if you're talking about ammo to import, you want to import from NATO countries.
How about India?
Yeah.
India might work.
Maybe
They got AKs. They're all Russian.
Calaveras 32 Special says Night Strike ammo online doesn't help when local FFL won't receive ammo shipments and won't do background checks on online ammo. And unfortunately, Calaveras, you are in the one state that does that, and there's nothing we can do to help you short of smuggling some ammo over the border. But then we put ourselves at risk, and then we put you at risk too because we're trying to help you out.
You can buy across states. There's no wrong about that, I don't think.
No, they check for that now in California.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They catch you. If they catch you doing it, if they catch you doing it in California, they either write you a ticket or they take you to jail.
Wait, oh, he's in California.
Yeah.
So what? You can't buy it across states and bring it back home?
Nope.
Jeez.
Yeah.
No, because wasn't it the Daily Shooter before he moved said he had to leave ammo and stuff across the border when he'd go shoot videos because if you took it back, he'd get in trouble.
Yeah, because you have to go through background checks and stuff if you're a California resident.
Yeah, so when he was doing a lot of his videos shooting in the desert and everything, he had friends and family he would just leave the stuff there with.
See how ridiculous these laws are? It's all entrapment.
Oh yeah, yep. They
It
are
does so
ridiculous.
much to reduce crime.
Yeah. So.
Actually, you know what would be funny? If we pass a law and how politicians should speak towards citizens, so if they screw up, they can go to jail time.
Yeah.
See how they like their apples.
There you go.
I don't like showing stuff on Facebook and whatnot, but I do want to show this one thing because I was talking about how Rick was sighting in his new rifle, so I wanted to share that real quick. This is the rifle he was messing with. You can see the pig pen in the background. How about that? Isn't that nice? That looks nice to me.
Yep.
I just wanted to share that.
Yeah. Night Strike. Speaking of guns, did you see my Glock video of my drum?
No, I have not. I've been meaning to see that. Look for that, but I haven't gotten the time to do that yet.
I had to clean it afterwards because I actually did a review of the Aegis Gun Care Clean Kit by Aegis Gunworks.
I'm gonna have to do a video on the PSA Dagger. Too.
Dagger Strike.
Yeah. Don't you call me Dagger Strike, comrade?
Well, it's fitting. It's like John Wick. Come on, man.
All right, comrade.
Whatever.
Anyways.
China Strike.
Yeah. I was hoping Rick would jump in, but apparently he got caught up with John Wick 3. Well, I can't blame him. It's a good movie. So. Does anybody have any comments out there in the YouTube chat? Anything you'd like to, let's talk about, or anything you want to talk about? Go ahead and at Night Strike, or send a super chat in, and we'll read it. So, Travis, you got anything interesting, that you've heard over the past week? Anything you want to share?
God, not really. I haven't heard a lot in the news going on. I mean, we've covered major events this evening.
Yeah.
Oh, the Big Daddy Unlimited thing.
Yeah. What's that? What's that about? I heard Big Daddy Unlimited is doing something, or they did something that
Yeah.
People in.
So I watched the Reno May video on it, and then I watched the Guns and Gadgets video on it, and then I watched the Johnny B video, and then Colio Noir did an interview with them, and he did straight up say that he is associated with Big Daddy Unlimited to do some promo stuff.
Uh-huh.
They came on, and what happened was there was a gun buyback in some county, and they were contacted by the police, and the police were calling local gun stores to see if anybody would like to have a presence there in some way, shape, or form. And Big Daddy Unlimited said they would, but they obviously couldn't buy the guns or take the guns or do anything with the guns at all that were being turned in. They showed up and passed out gun locks and gun safes to people if they wanted them. And so a lot of people are saying, well, yeah, if you're just being there and having a presence and having numbers show up shows that there's like community support for gun buybacks, which is what we don't want, because then that gives fuel for the fire for, candidates to push forward and police departments to push for more of them. If it's a success and they've got all these guns coming in, well, let's do some more and let's do some more because it's a, light form of gun control. In my opinion.
Yeah, but I can see the fact that they were giving out gun locks and whatnot.
But just the fact they
were
even there, and then in the interview, they're saying how they're very pro 2A and that they support the Second Amendment, and
yeah, sure they do.
They're all for that, and
sure
and
they
that's
do.
what they founded their business on. I do watch the interview; it's a good interview, just because. Well, I'll say this: whether you disagree with them or not, I appreciate them coming out explaining their sides instead of just throwing up a no comment or just flipping 100% what they said originally, which is what we get a lot of these days. So
there's Rick. He finally jumped in.
Yes. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you just fine, Rick.
Yep.
Oh, good.
Nice. Okay, cool.
Nice to hear you again, Rick. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing good. You guys doing all right?
We're doing great.
Doing all right, man.
Cool.
That's right. Can I speak as far as the gun buyback thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know why I don't support gun buybacks?
No, why?
Because some of the firearms, by the way, can be actually reused and actually be used for law enforcement, for one. Number two, there's a video right there I put in the chat. That's why I don't support gun buybacks. Anything historical like a SG 44 from World War II should not be in a shredder, dude, especially on a gun buyback.
Yeah, they should be like World War II guns or guns that, that fought in a war, that in an American war or American involved war. They should be sent to museums or I would say museums. They're not deactivated, but sent to museums so that, everyone could, enjoy them.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say museums because they'll be under glass for most of the time, but I would rather people see them behind glass than to see them get destroyed.
Totally agree with that.
I mean, in the perfect scenario, they would be sent to a museum where they would do live fire reenactments. That would be cool. But again, where are you going to find that in this country?
I mean, hell, I've seen light machine guns cut up, saw cut, torch cut.
Yeah,
you name it. And I've seen about every firearm that's like historical that's actually been in a shredder or a scrap bin.
Yep, we've all seen that.
But I don't think people realize that if they have a weapon, they probably could take it to a museum and donate it if they're willing to take it, especially if it's like a historical one and they don't know what they have or don't know what to do with it or don't know if they should tell the police or they might be worried about. That might be part of it too, is somebody has a gun and they know that if they take it to a buyback, they might not face any liability if say it's full auto or say it's been stolen and they somehow have it, or I don't support it at all, but I can understand why somebody that has a gun might not know what to do with it. Say you find one, you got a family member that lives with you and they leave a gun behind, right? Mm-hmm. What do? You're worried if you call the police that you could get charged because it's on your property. If you don't do something, the gun's sitting there. I mean, I guess they don't know anybody that has a gun that couldn't give them some advice, apparently. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how would you destroy a World War II Garand that your grandfather had from the service of the Army?
No, there's no way. Not an M1 Garand. I would keep that sucker.
And that's the point of getting that, especially when your family or any relatives served in at war or conflict, and they're actually brought their actual service weapon back home with them, or say something they brought back from the German military.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a few great uncles that fought in World War II.
I mean, hell, I saw one guy actually brought a German Luger that the German general actually gave him. Mm-hmm. And guess what happened? Oh yeah, his grandson actually lost it. He actually got a hold of it and lost it. How do you lose a Luger?
I don't know.
On Gunbroker, maybe.
No, this was back early, like 90s or 80s.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of family heirlooms and all that kind of stuff to get passed on, I saw something kind of interesting here recently.
What'd you see?
Well, I was visiting the FFL, and he was working with a lady who her husband passed away, and he was looking they're kind of considering what they're going to do with the collection, basically. So he was helping help get some pricing together to kind of give an idea of what things are worth and whatnot. And he had an Aristaka that still had the, if I'm going to say it right, chrysanthemums
Chrysanthemum.
I can never pronounce it right.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Yeah, it's still it's basically it's got the imperial bloom flower.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. That was pretty cool.
The Japanese imperial bloom flower. And my friend, he's moved away because he works for the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. So he had to move. His dad has two of them. One he got from from a friend, and another one he bought from a pawn shop.
So
Both have the chrysanthemums on them.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I guess what's going to end up happening though is the 21-year-old granddaughter's getting it.
So she's going to sell it or turn it over to a gun buyback.
Who knows? At least the little bit that I heard is that she actually got her concealed carry and stuff, and had some interest in firearms. But I don't know if she really grasped or knows what that is. You know what I mean? Like the value and not just that, just the fact that it was handed down from a family member and it is what it is. I don't know if she'll have that importance to it or not, or if it's just going to sit in the closet collecting dust, not being taken care of right.
Right. Well, you never know. Hope for the best, expect the worst.
Yeah, exactly.
That's words I live by. I always expect the worst,
hope
for the best. But
maybe it'll help spark the interest in the collectible fashion of firearms, I guess.
Or maybe she'll go to the range and maybe she'll meet someone who might want that rifle and she doesn't want it. She'll just sell it to them.
Yeah,
who knows? Who knows? That I would rather the rifle be sold to somebody who's going to enjoy the rifle than just have it destroyed or anything.
Absolutely.
Because it's a shame that happens, but we look at the reality we're faced with in this country all day, every day.
I mean, do you want to end up like Australia?
No, I don't want to end up like Australia. I don't want to end up like Canada either, because we are certainly close.
Oh man.
Well, by the way,
the only upside for Canada right now is the fact that the Canadian government is going broke trying to institute that gun initiative.
Yep. But I also like to point out California makes actually no, the other way around. Canada makes California a free state, by the way, because Canada is actually 5 times worse than California is.
Which, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know unless you heard the whole story. And if you guys out there weren't listening and didn't pay attention, a few weeks ago I did an interview with Canuck Gun Nut on YouTube, and he gave me the whole situation on what's happening in Canada. So go check that episode of Hit or Miss out. It's called Through the Looking Glass, an interview with a Canadian. So, anyways, Rick.
Yes, sir.
I showed that rifle you were playing with earlier, and you were going on about the farm. So, what's going on with the farm?
Well, it's my girlfriend's family has a little hobby farm, basically. Sum it up.
Okay.
So I like to go spend my time on the weekends there and play with the cows and piggies and play with tractors and stuff. It's a lot of fun. I like it.
Have you seen my Instagram? I have a diesel tractor.
Oh yeah, what do you have?
I got an old Ford.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I've got to post it on Instagram, so check that out when you get a chance.
I'll have to. Most of the tractors there are pretty old, and I just fixed.
I'm guessing they've either got international harvesters or they got old Ford 8Ns.
Close. They have a John Deere, and they've got
they're Mr. Generic. Ford. They've got the John Deeres.
Yeah, and they got a Ford. That's the one workhorse that I fixed last weekend.
Yeah.
Old, like 1960s. It has a front end loader.
Is it blue or is it red? Because the old Fords were red. The new, the ones from the 60s to 70s up were blue.
It's more like rust.
It was red. It's more rust now.
No, it has a lot of white on it. It's an industrial tractor. Like
okay, the industrial. All right.
So I'm thinking mine was blue and I think white basically. But yeah, it was pretty cool. It's a pretty cool setup. But that's what I do with that. That rifle though, I'm really loving it.
So it looks nice. I mean,
I'll give you a quick kind of rundown of the story of it. So
Okay.
I wanted a Remington 700 bolt action for a while. I finally bought one a couple of years ago.
Uh-huh.
And I was debating on 6.5 Creedmoor or 308, and I went with the 6.5 Creedmoor. And that's why I started out with hunting. I actually got my first deer with that rifle, and then I've been wanting to build it up. So I've got some, I wanted to kind of do everything all at one time. So to give you a list of the parts I went through, it's got a Hera H Arms. Hera Arms H7 stock. It's made in Germany. It's polymer and aluminum, and it's pretty cool stock. Gotta check it out. And then I have I put a Elfman Tactical trigger in it too, and that trigger is it's so light and so crisp, and just such a short take up on it. It's awesome. Did that, and then I put a Control Solutions clamp on muzzle brake because I didn't have. I would like to do a different barrel.
I saw that muzzle brake. That muzzle brake is like, what? Did you put a tank brake on there or something?
Yeah, it's a nice brake. He's actually here local, here in North Carolina, and I have one of his brakes on my 308 AR-10 build as well. They are really nice. But yeah, that's it right there.
That's the rifle we're talking about right now. With he's
Not
going
the
over.
best picture because it's so dark, but yeah, you can see the pigs in the background.
Well, it's just because you film. It looks like you took that picture later in the afternoon.
I did. It was like late in the afternoon, and there's trees on both sides of the shooting lane, so the trees are kind of shading it. But yeah, and that's a homemade bench rest. So it's pretty cool. I didn't make it, but anyhow, then not much else to it. I got a Blackhound Optics scope on it. I think it's a 6-24 if I remember right, and a Night Force rail I put on it.
Nice.
But it has a little more weight to it, but it's now because of all the stuff I put on it. But it is really nice and accurate. I love it. I'm looking forward to shooting it. The problem is 6.5 Creedmoor is so damn expensive, like most ammo right now.
Yeah, well, be lucky you're looking for 6.5 Creedmoor, and you're not like me who bought an M1 Garand from the CMP and is trying to find 30-06.
Yeah.
With that 6.5 Creedmoor, keep your eyes peeled for the Winchester White Box. It's like $17.99 a box for 25. Just if you want some ball ammo just to play around with. And that's what when I had my 6.5, that's what I would kind of tune in my scope with, and then I'd switch over to the Hornady Match or whatever Hornady Custom when I do the fine precision work.
Or Rick, you're like me who got a steal of a deal on an M44 Mosin. Granted it's the Chinese Type 53 variant, but I paid $250 for that, and then 2 months later, hey, guess what? Biden banned all Russian ammo.
Yeah, I was kind of fortunate when I bought my Mosin, and this is so sad. And I remember pallets of like the 840, I think it was 840 rounds, the two spam cams, and wood, the Russian imported stuff.
Yeah.
And when I bought my rifle, I bought the rifle, and then I went to R Guns, and I actually bought, I think it was R Guns. Yeah, I bought one of those like wooden crates of it, and I'm glad I did, because now it's like that stuff's non-existent. It seems or hard to find.
Well, I can find it at PSA. Guess what my problem is?
What's that?
My problem is 20 rounds a box for $20.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
$1 a round for steel case Tula.
I want to say that stuff was like 25 cents or like 30 cents a round when I bought it. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Hey, Night Strike.
Yeah.
Speaking of your 54R ammo, guess where that's actually going now?
Where's that going now?
Across the border up the north.
Yeah, well, watch. Then that'll get banned too.
Canadian ammo prices plummet to record low levels.
No, but seriously, after that Biden banned all Russian firearms and ammunition, guess where all those stuff's going now? It's going straight to Canada.
Yeah, no kidding.
You're gonna see some people smuggling it back in coolers.
Yeah,
unless you want to be arrested by the RCMP.
Well, no, people are ingenuitive. They'll find ways.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. I want to say
we got your M-cans, hosers.
Back like I don't know, it was like 2016, I think. I went up to Canada, and I was really surprised at the lack of like having any checks done on like what you're bringing in and going in and out. Like,
No.
I don't know.
You mean as far as border security?
Yeah, it was pretty much like, oh, okay, you're American. All right, where's your passport? All right, cool. You bring anything in? Okay, cool. Here you go. On the way back in, and same thing.
Well, there's a lot. It kind of depends on where you're going. Because when I went up there, went up to Winnipeg, and there's a lot of people that travel there to shop, and then they do day trips up to Winnipeg, and then they come back, and vice versa. There's Canadians that come over the border and go to like Sam's Club and Costco, and then turn around and go back. So I think they get a lot of that traffic. They're kind of used to it, but it might just depend on what part you're crossing over at too.
Maybe it just seemed like nonchalant. I was like, wow, okay. So there wasn't really much like looking around inside the vehicle to see what I was bringing in and out.
Yeah, when we came back, they did nothing. They're like, "Hey, American citizen, yeah, okay, welcome back." And we just okay.
I'm
could have had a couple crates of Mosins in there, but
Right.
I'm just smuggling my Tim Hortons over the border.
Hey, also, it's why it makes the add to as far as the Canadian topic. Make sure you do not have a baseball bat in the back of your car.
When you go up to Canada, yeah.
Because they consider it as a weapon. It's a concealed weapon.
Yeah, I know.
You have a glove and balls in the car, though.
Same thing.
Just pissed off they can't compete in the MLB. So, hey, Nice Strike, I got a jet, buddy. I got to hit the hay, so I just wanted to check out with you. But thanks again for the invite, man. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem.
Okay, take care, guys. Have a good night.
I guess it's about that time then, guys.
Bedtime, baby. School night.
Yeah, school night. I know. For anyone that doesn't know, Travis is a teacher. So he's got to deal with that teachers union.
Oh, geez. It's an association, not a union. Thank you.
That's what they all say.
We don't strike. We don't strike in our state. We don't night strike in our state. We're not allowed to.
No. I only strike at night.
That's right. Exactly. And when you have your dagger strike. So
yeah.
When the dagger strikes, there you got your first book right there.
Yeah. So,
all right, man. You guys have a good night. See you later.
All right. Night,
guys.
All right, guys. So let's start wrapping this up, and unless anybody else has anything they want to talk about or throw out there, we can do one more topic.
I'll throw out one last thing.
All right, go for it.
We did go to the Iraq Veteran 888 Range Day.
Oh, you did? How was that?
It was good. We actually went. Last year's they do it like October, so like the last year in October it got canceled because of like COVID and whatever probably.
Yeah, that's the one they were supposed to do in Savannah, right?
Well, they did. I think they did one down there before, but they brought it back to up into like what's it called? I messed it up. It's Red Hill Range is the range, but it's like more in the northern, kind of like closer to me, basically.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the town that it's in, but the town that I stay in when I go there is like Livonia, I think. If I'm saying that right.
Yeah, I know where Livonia is.
So yeah, anyhow, when they did the one in May and then they had this one here just in October, it was pretty cool. I mean, we found out the owner, the owner of Fostech, passed away.
Yeah.
That was kind of, they weren't obviously there that day. But, yeah, and nothing real super eventful. I mean, we had a great time. I didn't shoot as much as I did the last time. I think I was just having more fun talking with people than anything. It wasn't like I didn't shoot because I like wanted to and couldn't. It was just I just like had more fun talking with people and stuff. And
as long as you have fun, that's all that matters, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially love the CMMG guys. They're mutant they bring out, although they don't call it that anymore. Obviously, MK47.
Well, they don't call it the mutant, but everybody else knows it as the mutant.
Right. That's because there's a whole like infringement, I think, on like another company's like branding or whatever. I don't know.
Well, didn't they rename it to like the Banshee or something like that? Or
they call it MK47, but I don't know what I know the Banshee is like
the Resolute 300 is what they call it now.
Maybe. I was gonna say, so like, yeah, they retired the mutant that we were shooting at the previous range day events. Instead of barreling it or whatever, they decided to retire it. They're probably gonna like do something kind of cool, like maybe a shadow box on the wall or something, or who knows what. But that one I think had like over 100, I think it's 150, 160,000 rounds or more through it on the same original barrel.
That's wild.
They just keep running the ammo through it all day at this event, and it's just you get piles and piles, and they use steel case, so it's just piles of it.
pile of steel.
Yeah, pretty much easier to pick up with a magnet to clean up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, yeah.
But not for reloading, obviously.
No, not for reloading. Which, though, here's the thing. I mean, if you get the proper tools, you can reload steel case. It's just a pain in the ass.
True.
You don't really want to do it more than once.
Exactly. It's kind of more survival.
It's rough on the tooling.
Right, that's true too. Yeah, they were making ammo angels or shell casing angels on the ground too. Because there's so much of that stuff laying out there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Though I mean, I imagine that though, like the that last Knob Creek event, I wish I could have gotten.
I wish I could have gone too, and I heard they stopped doing it. They're not getting rid of the range. They're still going to have the range, but I guess they decided to just cancel all the machine gun shoots.
Yeah, I think because they're just getting older. The people who ran it, from what I heard, and they're just kind of retiring from doing the event. It's a lot of work to do these kind of events. I mean, people don't realize, like the Iraq veteran, shoot, they've got a whole crew of people just to do this. Like it's all volunteers. I mean, you've got
Right.
Eric, and his wife and Chad, and like they got all their friends and everybody that come out, and they've got probably at least 8 range officers, and they got people for fire in case their fire breaks out on the range,
Right.
plus all the vendors, and it's a lot. And you got people helping direct traffic to Perk because there's like 400 people probably there that just come just to shoot, not including all the vendors and everything that are there.
Yeah.
But it just I keep saying it was awesome. I'm trying to be more articulate about it because for those that haven't been to it, but it's basically there's a whole bunch of vendors there. Then they bring out their guns and all their cool stuff that they got, and you can test it all out, and make videos and stuff. And this year when they opened it up, they had they opened it up with a cannon, of course, and
Nice.
I'm gonna mess up her name. I think it's Autumn's Armory. I think is what her name is on Instagram. It's a little young girl that comes up, that has that on there, and she got to like basically set that cannon off to start the whole event. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you're planning on going, but I'm probably planning on going. PSA is holding another The Gathering. Have you heard
really?
about that? Yeah, PSA.
No.
PSA is doing another The Gathering. This this next year. So I'm considering going and participating and hanging out there. So if anybody does go, let me know and I'll give you info. I'll email it to you, Rick. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, definitely send it to me because if it's like within the area,
it's near Columbia, so it'd be like an hour or 2 drive for you.
Yeah, the company I work for actually has a store in Columbia. It's not terribly far, but yeah, that and as far as like, because you're just over the border in South Carolina. After you're closer to Charleston, I think.
I'm closer to Charleston. I'm right, but I'm far enough away from Charleston. Put it easily, I'm like right next to I-95.
Okay.
You know where I-95 is?
Vaguely, I'm still like because I don't get to travel that much down there. But like my mom,
you'll see it. You'll understand. I'm
so
far enough outside of Charleston to have my own land and have a backyard range and whatnot. But I'm close enough to Charleston where if I need to go drive in to get stuff, I can.
That's awesome. That's basically how I want. Like right now, I mean, I'm not in Charlotte, but I'm like north of it, and basically like far enough away that I'm like kind of in the country, sort of. But not like I'm still in a subdivision where I live, but it's more open and it's just I like it out here. I don't like being in the city like and stuff. Like when I was in Illinois, I was in the Chicagoland suburbs.
Yeah. You were we had long conversations about that. You were mentioning how you're there because of family, but you really don't like living out there.
Yeah, exactly. And in fact, my mother, who had the house where I grew up in, she just sold the house and moved to, or she's basically in the process of buying another house right now in down in Georgia, just south of Savannah. So
actually, here's the thing. If it's south of Savannah, how far south?
Like 20 minutes or so.
Okay. Because I'm about 70 miles from Savannah. I could just drive down. It'd take about an hour to drive down from where I live right now to Savannah. So,
yeah. Well, because I plan on going down there and visiting and stuff. Because now she'll be closer, and like
Right.
realistically, it's about a 4.
And
if depending on where I leave from,
if you take the Charlotte route, you could literally take I-95 straight down.
Yes, exactly. And I'm kind of vaguely remembering this now, thinking about it, because I remember passing through there before because we went down there. But yeah, it's like about 4.5 hours, depending on where I leave from. If I leave from like my work or I leave from my house to go down there. I was thinking, yeah, maybe go visit her on a weekend or something, you know?
Right.
For sure, especially once she gets all settled in. Hopefully everything kind of goes good with it. You know, she's like I said, that she's got under contract and stuff. So hopefully, like after this month, she'll be kind of settled in a little bit and all that. Because I like that area. You know, like Savannah and everything's nice to visit. And see, my sister has a house there as well. Just in that same area, and she had never really actually lived in it though. She it's a long story. I won't get into all of it. Basically, she rents it out and all that. So we had visited down there before and a bunch of times and stayed in that house a little bit. But yeah, I like it. It's pretty cool. I'm glad that she actually got out of Illinois finally because there's a lot of stuff just going on there. It seems like it's gotten worse since I left. You know, and I'm talking about like, obviously FOID card stuff, like things with the Second Amendment, taxes, and just all types of bullshit BS rules. You know what I mean? It's just stupid. It's just gone crazy. But I mean, obviously that's a lot of places now. Even there's no really real escape from it. But there's places that are better than others.
There are.
That's my opinion. I definitely am glad I moved down here and finally kind of settled in a little bit. And
well, I'm glad you're enjoying where you are now as to where you were before, because you sounded miserable where you were before.
Yeah, true. There was a lot of crap going on there.
I don't mean that to be mean. I just, their conversations it's like Rick sounds really upbeat right now. Before, Rick sounded like, he was depressed every day. I'm not kidding.
No, I know. I've heard that before too. People are like, my friends have told me like, you sound much happier and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I am much happier. I guess I didn't realize how much I really didn't like living up there because, and I'll tell you what, honestly, moving away from Illinois, my family and friends that were up there was kind of like an adjustment. I mean, it was an adjustment. It was like I was really not wanting to do that. I
know because you love your family, you love your friends. You don't want to be away from them, but again, sometimes you just have to take that leap and go somewhere else.
Yeah, so I mean, it was kind of like going into the face of the unknown, and it actually worked out way better than I could have expected. Yeah. I never would have thought things would be as good as they are. So,
yeah. So that's cool. Zeke, you're right. Illinois is a shit show. We know that right now. Now, I'm not trying to. Now, guys, remember, I'm trying to keep this PG-13, 14-ish. So, I might say one or two words here and there, but I'm trying to keep it more friendly now. Okay, so just be aware.
So, yeah, I didn't even see the comments because I can't see them on here.
Yeah, well, it's because I'm hosting this off of GunTube. So.
Yeah, I kind of figured that. That's pretty cool.
This will also stream straight to GunTube's website too, if you want to just go straight to GunTube and cut YouTube out.
Nice. So you actually have a chat going on GunTube also?
Yeah, this can live stream to GunTube. Yeah.
No, but I mean, do you have like a text chat, like
a live chat when the video is going? Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I can't. Obviously, I'm on my phone, so I can't see it. Like on my computer, I can read it and stuff and see it. But
I'm for here, I have to have like two windows open, one for the live chat here for YouTube and one for the chamber.
Yeah. That's where having multiple screens helps a lot.
Yeah, the chamber is, as you can see, it's reminiscent of the old GunTube, Google Hangouts.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I use it. I mean, a lot of people use StreamYard because StreamYard's easier, but the drawback is you pay for StreamYard.
One day we'll have to get together and talk about this more because I'd like to learn a little bit more about some of the stuff I haven't really seen because I haven't been doing my live shows, Yeah,
I know. I miss you doing your live shows. I know. I enjoyed the invitations. I enjoyed hanging out with you and having discussions. And it's just like You stop because you moved, and I get it. You got to get settled in. You got to get back into your groove. But
it's just time. Like that's the one thing. Like I don't know. Like it just happened tonight that I had some free time, but like it's hard to make that commitment sometimes.
Yeah.
At this point, it's just and then it's like I kind of felt like I was starting to just throw it together. Like although my show was more like this, or it's an open format.
Hey, listen, I throw my show together like 5 minutes before I start the show, so it's not like you're being pressured. Okay, no pressure. But I will be honest with everyone. There are times when I don't want to do hit or miss. Not because I'm afraid of what's in the news, but because either sometimes I'm not feeling well, or sometimes it's a lack of motivation.
Yep.
But I do my damnedest to try and go out there and do it, whether it's going to be a good show, whether it be a shit show, whatever it is. I try to bring hit or miss out every Tuesday night at 9:00 Eastern.
Nice.
But
that's cool.
But with that, let's close it up. Let's pack it in. Let's let everybody get their plugs out that need to. I got another text from Norm. So Warsaw, you might want to plug your ears, because Norm asked me to go and do this. So plug your ears. Norm wanted me to tell everyone to email tymppistolproject@gmail.com to nominate a veteran in their lives to receive a rifle on Veterans Day 2021, which is November 11th this year. So Norm is, I believe the rifle that's being given away to a veteran is one that Norm put together himself.
Wow.
So
that's awesome.
and that's Storm and Norman Gunworks. So check him out, stormandnormangunworks.com. I built the website. So
cool.
There's that. So there's that. Remember, it's the Yankee Marshall Pistol Project. They're the veteran one. They're doing the veteran giveaway. So if you know a veteran that needs a gun, or you'd like to nominate a veteran for his service, please email tymppistolproject@gmail.com and nominate a veteran that should get this rifle. Okay, so there's that. I want to do another plug for Rob out there, NY Outcast. So if you haven't done so already, guys, go to rnldisplays.com and buy yourself an AR-15 display stand. He also has it for the M&P 1522. He's got one for the pistol caliber carbines that use Glock mags. So check out those display stands. 100% wood, 100% made in America, 100% veteran owned. Check it out. rnldisplays.com. I'll throw a link in the side chat. All right. So Warsaw, you got anything you wanna plug before we go?
You can check out my videos I just posted up this past week. Also, I got some words of wisdom for you if you don't mind me sharing them.
Okay. You're speaking them, right? You're not going to do that whole, I'm going to play a robot voice that I can't understand, right?
What would you prefer?
Okay, I have no idea what he said.
Komunistyczne Wietnam i uwielbia swoją broń i lubi pływać w ryżu, a potem wypełnia ryż i spicę, lol.
Okay, what is that, Polish?
Loves communist Vietnam and loves their guns and likes swimming in their rice paddy fields full of rice and spice, lol.
Okay, that's enough out of you.
That first part of it, you can play it backwards. Does it make more sense?
Probably. That's enough out of him. All right. So, Rick, you got anything coming up you want to let everybody know about?
Oh, man.
Like any new videos? Anything to watch out for that's cool?
I think, well, just a Remington 700 project. I'm going to do some videos on that soon. I mean, we talked about it today, but that's one thing.
How are you getting on that 50 States of AR?
So that's I'm glad you asked. So I actually do have another rifle to build, the Missouri rifle, but I also still have to finish filming the, I think the Washington State rifle I still have to do, if I remember right, like the actual video on it. I've got the rifle built. I kind of went on pause for a couple years here, and we're getting back on it. So I'm also still looking for some of the parts for like the Texas build, and Georgia, of course, another one too. And yeah, it's just in something I've kind of started working on again a little bit here and there. In fact, I was very close to getting a Hawaiian receiver, and the guy I was trying to purchase it through fell off the face of the earth. So I don't know. I might try to get in contact with him again. But that's one of the kind of like the holy grail of receivers right now. I think is going to be Hawaii still.
Yeah.
I got Alaska and I got California. I know there's gonna be a couple other smaller states I'm gonna probably have a little bit of trouble with, but yeah, I've been I kind of part of my interest too, not to get too far off topic, but was I've gotten more into like hunting and things now too, so that's taken up some of my time from working on that project a little bit. So like this weekend I'll be out doing it's still muzzleloading season, so I'm gonna be out doing that next weekend, this coming weekend rather. And this past weekend, I almost got one. I almost got a deer. I must have had a miss though, apparently, because I couldn't find any blood trail or anything. And yeah, but that's a whole other story for another day. But yeah, you can check out my website. Still needs a little bit of work. I've had some problems with it here recently, but biggun81.com. I still have some 3D printed stuff that I've been working on a little bit here and there occasionally, like stands and things and whatnot. And then of course YouTube. So I'm gonna have some videos coming out.
Awesome.
One other project I have is I'm gonna do a review for like Mantis X. They have their new version of the Mantis X, and what's it called? I'm probably gonna mess up the name. I think it's called Blackbeard or something like that. It's basically an insert. It kind of goes along with the AR-15s. It does actually because it's
I know what you're talking about. A couple of guys that I know have gotten a hold of it already, and they're supposed to be doing reviews for them. So
yeah, and I'm probably messing up the name, and I apologize. It's either Redbeard or Blackbeard. I keep messing it up, but it basically allows you to cycle like the trigger on your AR and like dry fire with it and things. And so I haven't had a chance to really take it out of the box and mess with it yet. I've only seen a little bit of it, so it's kind of like still gonna be a very fresh like perspective for me on it.
I think it's the Blackbeard.
Okay, so I probably said it right the first time. Apologize for messing it up, but Mantis X has some awesome stuff. In fact, that was one of the companies that like when they first kind of came out, I saw them at SHOT Show a few years back, and I have one of the original Mantis X, basically their first version of it, and it's just an awesome tool. For those who don't know, it's basically allows you to dry fire, live fire, gives you real time feedback on your trigger pull, and it links up through Bluetooth to your like a cell phone or for your smartphone or tablet and that sort of thing with an app that's just free to download. It's pretty awesome, but it'll work with pistols and rifles and stuff.
Yeah, and from what I've heard about it, their AR dry firing system, I think it's called the Blackbeard, it's like 100,000 shots per charge or something like that.
Yeah, it might be. I know it's pretty awesome from what I saw, the little bits and pieces of it in action. But I can't wait to kind of play with it. I just been kind of tied up a bit, so I want to get back to that. Like I said earlier, fixing tractors and stuff has been kind of a thing. This weekend I'll be working on a Bobcat to try and get that running and stuff again.
Well,
So
at least you didn't have to, replace the oil in an old Ford 1710 tractor. So
yeah.
I had to do that a week or two ago. That was fun.
Yeah, I like working on that kind of stuff too. So it's it's fun. I don't like to do it for my job anymore. Like I used to be an auto tech, for those who don't know.
Yeah.
But working on stuff for family and friends and kind of my own thing, I'm fine with that, and I like doing a lot of that stuff. So, but anyway, yeah, you can check out the videos and stuff I have on there at Big Under One on YouTube and Instagram and TikTok and all the social medias and all that stuff.
All right. Well, thank you for jumping in and hanging out with us, Rick. Guys, check out GunTube.org. Check out GunTube on Patreon. Check out Night Strike on Patreon. Check, help us out if you can. If you want something tangible, go to store.guntube.org and buy some, GunTube swag. Other than that, that's it. We're done. We'll see you guys probably later this week when I do the Thursday or Friday chats. I didn't get a chance to do the Thursday or Friday chats last week because, prior obligations. Unfortunately, it happens, but we're gonna try and get that squared away this week. So we'll hopefully do those this week. So with that, we'll see you guys later. So take it easy and shall not be infringed. So thank you all for listening. This was Hit or Miss.